Hey, how's it going? So, hey, today what I want to talk about is I want to talk about what marketing tips work in network marketing. So, the topic that I want to talk about today is what marketing tips work in network marketing. So, specifically, I'm going to be talking about two things. Thing number one, I'm going to be talking about is unique perspective, and the other thing I'm going to be talking about is multiple categories. But before I go into that, I would like to kind of just talk about a framework that I use because I use this framework from a marketing standpoint to make sure that when I create marketing for clients, when I create marketing for students, that everything is airtight. So from a foundation standpoint, I make sure that the foundation is in place. I want to make sure that you guys can see this, and then I build on everything else. So essentially, one of the first things that I do or that we do when I work with other individuals, we make sure that from an audience standpoint that we clearly understand the specific audience. So whenever I'm presenting content, I like to kind of just provide some context as to where I'm coming from inside of this specific roadmap, because the purpose of this roadmap is to make sure that we have in airtight marketing. So today, the category that I'm going to be speaking from is I'm going to be speaking from the audience category, right? So once you have the audience in place, then you have all of these different other categories that you work on to make sure that everything is specific and that everything is airtight. So the thing that I want to talk about is, how to pretty much use marketing to make marketing work for network marketers. Essentially, one of the issues in network marketing is that it is a very competitive industry, right? So there's so much competition inside of network marketing. In fact, when you join a network marketing opportunity, sometimes what happens is that you may recruit a family, you may recruit a family member or a friend, and that specific individual becomes your competition. It's like, oh man, I got this individual that is my buddy here, but he's also the competition. And the other thing that happens sometimes is that what you're doing is you're using a lot of old school strategies. So me, I know that at the beginning I was using a lot of old school strategies, and that is I would kind of just hit people up in their inbox, or just kind of just go random, hit up random individuals. They may not necessarily be even interested in a specific product. Now, that in itself, can indeed be, be an issue, and that's not something that we advocate 100%. So essentially, you want to kind of just try to find a way to stand out, find a way to try to be unique, because there's just so many noise and there's just so many different competition that is inside of that specific industry. When I was thinking about this, from two perspectives, as I mentioned earlier. The first perspective that I'm thinking about this as, okay, how do I, if I'm in network marketing, how do I stand out from, let's say I'm in network marketing and I recruited 5 of the family members. What am I going to do to stand out from those specific individuals? Network marketing is a specific category, right? So it's a category of business. It could be health, it could be credit, it could be whatever category of business it is. Inside of that specific category of business, what's going to happen is the thing that you need to do to stand, to kind of just stand out, is you need to provide your unique perspective. What do I mean by this? So let's take a look at the college example. When you go to college, some of you guys may have went to college, or you may have gone to school, whatever the case may be. There's a lot of assignment, and some of those assignments is you have to write paper. You have to write paper on all of these different subjects. So if you're in a class with 30 specific individuals and your professor says, hey, write a paper on this specific topic, guess what you're going to do? You're going to research and you're going to provide your unique perspective on that specific topic. You're not going to turn in the same exact information as the person right next to you, because if you do that, that'll be plagiarizing. So from a perspective standpoint, you're going to provide your own unique and individual perspective. And when you provide your own individual and unique perspective, that makes you different from that specific individual. So for me, from a marketing standpoint, I can provide so many different unique perspectives in marketing, right? So if I'm talking about audience, I can provide a unique perspective that's going to be different from the next individual. If I'm talking about a roadmap, I can talk about roadmap from my perspective and how it relates to me and how it relates to individuals. But guess what though? My perspective is going to be completely different from the other individual perspective. The other thing that's going to happen is that after I provide my perspective inside of one of these specific categories, I'm going to link it back to my specific solution. So hey, if I'm in network marketing and I have my friend and I have all these other individuals that I recruited, and I want to stand out, all I have to do is to pick subjects and subcategories about my specific topic, and then provide my unique perspective on it. So Wednesday, I'm going to be teaching a class. It's a class about marketing, and inside of the marketing class, whenever I teach classes, I pick one of these frameworks to speak from. Guess what? For about an hour or 2 hours, I'm going to be providing my unique perspective, right? And then at the end of my unique perspective, I can say, hey, if you want to work with me, this is how you can work with me. So that's the thing that you want to do. You want to be able to provide your unique perspective, as I mentioned here. So you provide your unique perspective and then you can provide your unique perspective for so many different categories, right? So that's the thing that you want to do. If you do that, you're going to be able to stand out, and if you do that, you're going to be able to kind of just attract as many people to you as possible. And ideally, your unique perspective should be providing a solution, should be able to should be answering the question that your target audience have, just like you're in school. You want to try to provide as much thorough information as possible. You can break those things apart in videos like this, or if you don't want to do videos, you can go ahead and present content by way of by way of written content. But whatever you do, provide unique perspective on the specific category, on the specific subject, and that's how you're going to kind of be able to stand apart, and that's how you're going to be able to kind of just be different. One of the things that I'm doing is that if you're in MLM, this is specific to MLM, is that my partner and I we're hosting a free web class. So the free web class has two goals. Goal number one is that it's going to show you how to generate a lead, and then goal number two is going to show you how to turn that lead into a customer. There's going to be a link somewhere on this page. You can go ahead and click on that link, and that link is going to allow you to register for the free web class. The other thing that I didn't do is that I didn't introduce myself. If this is your first time watching my video, my name is Vladimir, and I learned marketing by way of two methodologies. Methodology number one is that I had to learn marketing for my own business, because my first business was not a success at all. I was doing all of these old school marketing strategies that didn't work, that didn't yield any specific results. And then the second methodology that I use to learn marketing is that I've been teaching marketing. I've been hosting local marketing events in my local area. I've done about 46 of those events now by way of inviting local business owners to these specific marketing events. And when they come to these specific events, I have two goals for them. I teach them how to generate a lead, and then I teach them how to turn that lead into a customer. So basically what happens is that with these 45 different events, I've had the opportunity to engage and interact with many different businesses, and that's how I created this specific framework, right? So over the years that I've been teaching marketing, I created this exact same framework so that way I can help people create marketing. So that's a little bit about me. So earlier I mentioned how you can go ahead and register for the free web class that is specific to MLM. But if you're not in MLM, I can work with you as well. And the way that I can work with you is that you can hire me as a coach. And if you hire me as a coach, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through all of these specific methods just to make sure that your marketing is airtight. I can go ahead and coach you through the process. The other thing that I can do is that you can hire me and I can do the marketing for you from A to Z. There's going to be a second link on this page, and via that link, you can go ahead and let me know that you're interested in marketing services, whether it be by way of being me being your coach, or whether it be by way of me whether it be by way of me doing the marketing for you. So those are the two categories in which you can we can work together. So hey, that's my time. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you soon.